joining us here tonight.
Yo, what's up? It's been an amazing day. Excited to be here.
Absolutely. So I guess just to kick things off first, Zach, Trevor, could you just let the audience know what's going on here today, why today is such a significant day with RECUR and also in the NFT space, and just let everyone know what's going on, and we can set the foundation with that.
By the way, Zach and I will be hanging out with you guys all night, so we'll be here to answer more questions about the upcoming projects. But today has been an epic day so far. This is going to be a massive community. Zach and I could not be more excited. We still have like 12 hours to go, so it was very exciting.
For not just everybody listening, but for myself as well, can you explain exactly what the passes will get us?
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, imagine 20 years ago if Pokemon gave you the look to get the very first edition Pokemon cards. Nobody knew Pokemon cards would become what they are today, and that is the utility the passes give you, and that is just the beginning. You will get early beta access to each of the experiences we launch next year, starting in February. And we've announced Care Bears and Hello Kitty. We've announced all of Viacom CBS, which, by the way, it's a mountain of IP. Everything from all the Nickelodeon characters and TV shows to the Star Trek universe. Can't call it a metaverse yet, maybe soon. And all of the Paramount movies like Top Gun and Godfather. I see some mobsters in our future. So this is really just the beginning of the utility of these passes, and we're really excited to continue to design an amazing roadmap for you guys.
Well, I got myself some passes, man. So I'm really excited about that. That's crazy.
Let's go.
Awesome. Yeah. And Trevor, thanks for walking us through that IP. And Jason, I know this is the question that I'm sure everyone in the audience has. You know, we see you have your CryptoPunk as your avatar. You've had it as your avatar on Twitter and on Instagram for a really long time now. Can you walk us through what it was like for you to get into the NFT space? How did you discover NFTs, and what was your first purchase? Was it the Punk?
Yeah, so just like everyone else, well, a lot of people, I shouldn't say everyone, I was a skeptic at first, and I was just like, there's no way that, these CryptoPunks are selling for tens of thousands of dollars, and it was really early on, and I was like, there's no way that I would ever do that. Like why would I ever spend that kind of money on a piece of art? Time progressed, and as the NFT space continued to grow, I dived in more and started to educate myself more on it. And in that process, I realized the value that NFTs have, are basically the value that we put on it, just like any piece of art or anything valuable, right? Things are only valuable because we make them valuable. And through this education and just realizing that the space is exploding, I wanted to get my hands on something that was part of the beginning. CryptoPunks are a part of that beginning, so I wanted to make sure that the foundation was with what started NFTs. So that was the beginning. I'm continuing to purchase more and more stuff now. But this is my profile pick right now because that's where it kind of started.
That's amazing. Yeah, CryptoPunks really signify the start of this industry for so many people. So that makes a lot of sense. And as an artist, I totally understand where you're coming from. Oshiny, it would be great to hear from you what your NFT was in the space that you got, how you kind of jumped in, and we know you've jumped in 2 feet in. You're all in. You're the metaverse manager. Talk to us a little bit about how that happened.
It feels like a long, long time ago, but it wasn't too long ago. I mean, we've seen such an evolution of NFTs. To Jason's point, they start as just ownership on the blockchain, just an idea. And what you can do with that idea at first is so simple. Like, let me just buy and sell this thing. Let me attach a photo to it. Let me attach a video to it. But over time, it starts to unlock more and more possibilities. And we've seen with gaming how you can own a game character or a game asset. And by owning it, you actually can start to make money. Just like the game makes money, you can make money. And now you're partners with that game. And when I think about RECUR and all the possibilities this NFT holds, it's so much more than actually just attaching itself to one piece of IP. Every single experience that RECUR has, they could be building a game around Hello Kitties. They could be building a game around any experience that they have. All of a sudden, this NFT means I can be in that game. I can own characters in that game. If they make TV shows, I can do that. If they have a collectible experience, I can participate in that. Most importantly, obviously, it allows me to be in this community. And, that's why I've been in NFTs for so long. In the late 2017, when they started, there was nothing here. There was absolutely nothing but an idea. But everyone was so passionate about what that idea could do. And that's really how I started. It wasn't even about buying or selling NFTs. It was just about talking about the technology. No one knew the use cases for it. And now here we are 4 years later, and I have over 100,000 NFTs in my collection, if you can believe that. Over 100,000 NFTs of all different types. Jason, yeah.
100,000. Wow, that's incredible. So how do you decide which ones to purchase?
Yeah, that's a great question. I always look at the community first. I look at the community. If I go into that community, is there a good vibe? Right? Do they understand why they're there? Are they there to shill? Is it price talk every single day? Are they there to speculate? Or are they there because they like what's actually being built? And then I look at the team. Is the team actually interacting with the community in the right way? And I'll give you an example. When I was early on Axie Infinity, which is now the largest blockchain game in the world, they would send updates regularly. And this was unheard of back then in 2018 when Axie Infinity started. They sent you updates. You felt like you were a real investor in the company, even if you owned one Axie, even if you were just a part of that Discord. And so understanding, one, how good the community is, and then two, how much value the actual company is willing to give to that community, what this collaboration looks like. That's like the biggest indicator for me of the health of one of these projects, because at the end of the day, some of them start without knowing what the next step is going to be. But if they have a conversation that they're all sharing in, and they're all there together and they all love what they're doing, then I'm in. And that's like step one for me. And then after that, okay, can I actually see if this project is really cool? Do the founders have the ability to lead this ship in the direction they want to lead? And
China, you're talking about something that's, I think, really important, which is the importance of community and looking for community when you are diving into a new project. Zach, would love for you to jump in here and just talk a little bit about how you got to this time and how you jumped into the NFT space, what community means to you, and how RECUR is building and keeping community in mind. If you could just let the audience know what you're thinking about and how you and Trevor view things, that would be amazing.
Got it. So how I came into the NFT space and then community. Well, I think community is everything. I'll start with that. And I joined the crypto community 10 or 11 years ago. But then professionally, whatever that means, got involved with crypto about 5 years ago when I started at Kraken. And Kraken today is one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world. And I remember when I was there, so many people didn't believe in crypto, and there was tons of skeptics. Similar to what Jason was talking about with NFTs, there was lots of skeptics around Bitcoin. And we talked to institutions and corporations and all sorts of different types of people about Bitcoin and crypto, and they were interested, but you wouldn't purchase or dive in. And what got me involved in crypto initially was this concept that crypto would democratize access into all sorts of various different types of things and really give control back to the individual. And ultimately, that's what NFTs are all about. And what struck me about NFTs as super compelling was that really NFTs were this gateway that anybody could really understand a lot easier than, say, like a financial instrument, to then get involved into this greater metaverse, into this greater digital world, and so on. And Trevor and I got together thinking about what's the way that we can bring the biggest brands, the biggest IP, and the greatest stories and artists into, from the traditional world into this new crypto world, into this Web3 world, in a way that's really authentic to the crypto community, while also expand storytelling and narrative. And it's our goal to continue building on, the foundation that was laid and set by some of these early NFT pioneers and crypto pioneers, and use that foundation to propel this next wave of the millions and millions and millions and millions of people that are coming into the space, to come in a truly authentic way. So for us, community is absolutely everything. Trevor, I know you have a ton to add.
Zach, you said something in there I think is incredible, especially for you, Jason. In terms of, and Shiny, you said this too, in terms of taking part ownership of the project or the IP. Jason, you took ownership of your own destiny. You figured out in almost the same way, rather than perhaps, depending on a record label to do all the work, how to create your own brand, especially during COVID. I've been lucky enough to get to know you a little bit over the past, months, and what you've done from a creator standpoint in meshing music and TikTok, and I mean, you have 51 million followers on TikTok. That is outrageous, but it's because you took control of your own brand and figured out how to make that happen. A lot like creators are taking control of their own skill sets and their own craft in the NFT space. And I think that's what's really cool about a lot of the upcoming projects, both within RECUR and outside RECUR, that we're excited to support. But can you tell us a little bit about, you as a content creator and how that happened? I mean, 51 million followers and really taking ownership of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think the day and age that we live in now, it's easier than ever to really just take the reins and do it yourself. I feel like now is the time of do it yourself. Like there's just so much that you can do with technology and how the world has changed and shaped. Like you were talking about with music. For me, I remember I was trying to get off my record label, and it was like pulling teeth. They didn't want to let me out of the deal, but it was a bad blood situation. Like I didn't like them, they didn't like me. Like what are we doing? Like like why are we still together? Like allow me to leave. Eventually, I was able to get out of the contract, and I was so excited to get this new energy and go out there and find this brand new deal that was going to be the start of my new life, so to speak. I was on this one label for my entire career. Now I've sold 200 million records across the world. I'm gonna go get the biggest deal in the world, and I went knocking on these labels' doors, and they were not talking the same language. It was unbelievable. I had sold so many records. I had proved that I was a lasting artist. Been in the game for 12 years, and I was just not being received well, and that was a real eye-opener for me. And I was like, okay, cool, so I'm not gonna take a shitty deal. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it myself. So I decided that TikTok was going to be the route, and I was going to utilize a platform, blow myself up really big on a platform, through hard work and continuing to post and giving people content, which is king right now. And I put out 3 songs, one being the biggest song in the world, independently. And after that, every single label, of course, wants to come in, blow you after that, right? So it became a big eye opener, right? And like if you're able to do something yourself, other people will come to the party. And that's why I love the NFT space so much, because and blockchain in general, right? It's just now giving the power back to the people, which I think is a beautiful thing, man.
That is sick.
I think
That's
what you're touching on, Jason, is really important, and that's that for the first time ever in a digital environment, NFTs give the people the power back. And even like from what you saw from TikTok, you were able to really take control of your own destiny there. And I would really love to double click on how important digital expression is. And I know you are one of the biggest supporters of RECUR, and we are bringing in some of the biggest brands and IP, and folks will be able to get to express themselves online through those NFTs. But just would love to hear from you what you feel, to the fellow artists and people in this room, is the importance behind digital expression. You do this through music, TikTok, NFTs, and as your avatar. Just talk to the people a little bit about what digital expression can mean and why it's so important for the future.
In the future, right, I believe we're all going to have this print that is kind of like our online flex, right? So people are going to go to people's pages, and you'll be able to see what kind of art that person is into, what they've purchased, who they are in the digital world. I believe it's going to be a total expression. So when you go on somebody's page, you'll see exactly what they're into, just from a digital perspective. So for me, like I want to put myself in a position where like I'm ahead of the curve, and I'm trying to be one of the pioneers in the space, which which is really hard to do because so many people have come before me. But still, I'm taking a lot of risks, and just kind of putting myself out there to try to make of one of the first, and I think a big step was finding RECUR, right? Because I feel like RECUR is going to be, and is going to be, and as a businessman is going to be instrumental for me, because the company that RECUR is interested in, I want to be interested in as well. Like, why is RECUR grabbing onto this company? Why are they grabbing onto that company? Why are they grabbing a hold to those? If they have the biggest companies in the world, and they decide to go with someone that's new and not really popping, I'm gonna go and invest in that as well, because RECUR is now a big dog. So like, I want to know what RECUR is investing in.
There's so much changing. Our friend Gary, who unfortunately is sick, as you saw him pop in today, man, he didn't look good. I'm hoping he's feeling better, but he talks about 50 hours, right? He put in the 50 hours of work where he learned, and there is just a lot every day. It's sponging new things. The coolest part for me, coming from the brand side and working with all these brands forever and thinking about how we're going to bring them into the NFT space, we did not pitch the brands back when Zach and when me and Zach and others started RECUR in the beginning of the year to get a deal. We did not care about the quick cash grab. We did not want to mint one lot of NFTs. We didn't want to mint one highly priced NFT, as we saw really early in February, as an example. What we did was we sat down and educated a bunch of people that were really passionate about their brand and protective of it, but not necessarily understanding how to enter the Web3 space. And it could have been easier. We could have probably done a whole bunch of drops way back in February, right, Zach? I mean, how many times were they like, let's do something right now, come on, let's do something right now. Like, no.
And we turned down so many brands. We only wanted to work with brands that we thought could be truly authentic and have full 365 experiences that would last decades.
Yeah, huge brands, and also probably just outright the wrong brands. But there was a lot of really right brands that wanted to jump in, take some of their most, coveted looks and feels and IP and wearables and whatever, you name it, and just launch it right then and there. And we said that's probably the bad idea, because you need to think about community. And so everything that we're going to be doing as we launch each of these experiences is A, bringing them in the right way from a creative and art perspective, and B, making sure that the community leads the conversation. And that's the whole point of why we're here with you guys, and why, someone like Jason, who's literally built his entire 50 million person community on his own. I mean, that is crazy. That's what many of us in the NFT space hope to do. Creators on this call alike, right? I mean, oh Shiny, how many people on your Shiny show are creators themselves that are creating incredible projects that,
tens of thousands
focus
of
on the
them.
community?
Yeah, and I can say this because I'm not a part of the RECUR team, but when you think about brands that have come into this space without thinking about the community, without understanding really how you create something meaningful that lasts a lifetime. Aston Martin launched a collection on crypto.com with no PR, it was on the crypto.com website. Aston Martin didn't customize anything. All of a sudden you have a brand with immense equity in the physical world, honestly wasting it, right? Throwing that equity out. Aston Martin could be looked at as a great brand. Well, guess what? In the digital world, I think things are going to be a lot bigger than in the physical world. It's so much easier to collect. The markets are global. And so how you deal with the digital is not less important than the physical. It's more important. And I love that all these brands are not doing their drops. They're not going out there. Zach and Trevor are not saying, let's just cash grab. Let's do something. We know you have good brand equity. They're saying, actually, we understand to unlock the most value in this, we actually need to provide something amazing long-term. And I know that all these amazing brands are going to come into RECUR, and we're going to have some incredible experiences with them.
I wish everyone could see the creative and the art. I mean, we've dropped some of it or leaked some of it, but the stuff we look at on a daily basis is going to be nuts. And I just want to say one thing. There's however many people in the stadium right now, however many passes we sell, it's going to be a fraction of the amount of NFT collectors that are in this space a year from now or 2 years from now. I mean, Shiny, we were talking about it earlier. There's going to be hundreds of millions of people in the decentralized Web3 space buying NFTs, collecting NFTs, using NFTs, and this crew right here.
Trevor, what's the fan base of all the IP that we have coming in, right? Like, what's that number? Like 1.1 billion?
6 billion. Our IP has a collective global fan base of 1.6 billion. Great stat. Can't believe we've never talked about that before. That's nuts. And think about it. There's 23,000 people in this Discord. You guys do the math. How many possible passes could there be out there? But the point of the pass is that it's a token. It's an NFT that gives utility to the early NFT community, the OGs in this room, the OGs in the general chat, the OGs on our Twitter, who are bootstrapping this industry with us. It is going to be incredible. It's just incredible. We're super stoked.
Trevor, you're touching on something that's really awesome there in the growth potential here. I think the folks in the audience would love to also hear about the team that you and Zach and the rest of the RECUR team have assembled here, and the different folks that have come and joined the RECUR team. Why that's so special, and why because of our team and in the entire RECUR lot makes something really special for this community and has the opportunity to continue to build for the long run.
Our team,
Zach, you started.
Yeah, our team is freaking, I almost said fucking, is freaking epic. All right, we have some of the most OG crypto talents building this, right? We have, we come from some of the largest exchanges in the world, the biggest trading desks in the world, have done so much. Our team's over 100 people, all in the US, but we're going to start hiring outside of the US soon. So if you're listening from abroad, holler at us. We're going to hire outside of the US soon, but we're all here in the US. We're, about 40 plus engineers, 60 people across brand, art, licensing. The team is absolutely insane. Our leadership team, as I mentioned on the crypto side, comes from Kraken and DRW Cumberland and Circle and Polo and Exodus Wallet and so many amazing places. And on the art side, we have executives from Disney and Warner and NBC Universal, guys that built games like Club Penguin, and guys from EA and Zynga, and so many amazing places. We're building ridiculous stuff. Our team is absolutely incredible. We have 100 superstars. It's amazing, and we're so lucky to be on this journey with all of them and all of you.
I think the important thing there is building for the long run, and that's what the goal for RECUR is, and to onboard so many folks. Jason, like Trevor was saying, you have over 50 million followers on TikTok. And you have built this global brand, and with RECUR, we are also bringing on global IP with fans from all over the world, like Hello Kitty. What do you feel like bringing on a brand, even just like Hello Kitty, can do for the growth of this ecosystem?
You know what? It now that we're playing with brands like Hello Kitty, you know, and Nickelodeon and those kinds of brands, what it's gonna do is it's gonna offer us an entirely new audience, right? I mean, so many people love Hello Kitty, so many people love SpongeBob, and some of those people don't really know what the NFT space is yet. Um, it's just gonna bring more people to the party. And you know, that's what we've been waiting for, right? As we are trying to get our ducks in a row, we all are waiting for mass adoption, and this is just going to uh spearhead that, right? It's gonna just bring so many more people to this universe. You know, all the SpongeBob fans, all of the Hello Kitty fans, all the college sports fans. I mean, it's just so many people. Like you said,
Well,
1 something billion.
let me tell you, when I was younger, I would have a SpongeBob stuffed animal, let's say, as a toy. And now the next generation, what are they going to have? For the first time ever, they can actually own this where they spend their time in the digital world. And RECUR is making that happen. It's incredible when you think about it. That's the power of NFTs. These are a part of your identity, just as much as physical goods are a part of our identity.
By the way, I know we're wrapping up, and you know we're talking about the new world. Jason, you and I were talking the other day, and you said something that blew my mind. And we were talking. I don't know how it got brought up, but the old way of doing things. And I said something like, "Did you ever go on TV?" And you said your reply to me was, "Why would I go on TV? Because the biggest TV channel in the world could probably get me 7 million views, and I could post one TikTok and get 20 million views." And to me, that was like a signal of, I mean, that just minted the whole evolution of what Web3 is all about. It is a completely new way of doing things where we get to take ownership of our own destiny. And I was just, when you said that, I was in total shock. So I'm stoked for this new world. You're living proof of it.
You know, we're getting the control back, and we don't have to be to the big wigs and the people um, that have kind of been controlling the world, you know, since I can remember. I mean, this happening right now. I don't think there's ever been such a humongous change in I don't know if it is in any lifetime, right? I mean, the transfer of wealth in itself is crazy.
Yeah, it's the greatest transfer of wealth in history going on right now.
Absolutely.
And that's why this opportunity is so important. I mean, all the people here are not just here to collect incredible IP. We're all here at the beginning of a brand new industry. The opportunity is so much greater. Man, that's what really excites me.
Absolutely. And you know, everyone,
Well, guys,
everyone
we
on,
we got a way to something with myself, right? So like I'd love to have people invest in me, and instead of like just purchasing songs or just watching videos, actually get a chance to invest in those things. And then as my star continues to rise, my fans star can continue to rise as well. I mean, we got to crack that code, music and influencer industry.
Let's make it happen,
Yeah.
Jason.
absolutely.
Yeah, there's so much can be done, and that's why we put out EIP 2981 and worked on that, so that every artist, every creator, no matter who you are, anywhere in the world, will be able to participate in the future growth and future sales and have that benefit. So we're really in a special time, and I'm so happy we had the chance to chat with everyone here on this stage with this amazing audience. There's, you know, I think 13 hours left in the sale, or 14, or whatever it is, or 15. I haven't been looking at the timer, but hopefully everyone's joining our community, getting a pass, and we're so excited for the future. It's going to be insane, and we're so excited for you to see everything that we're building.
And we can get this pass in that top left-hand corner, right? Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you go to
yellow.
pass.recurforever.com. Right in that top left corner over here, you click that link and you're able to get it.
Yeah, so thank
Let's
you so
go.
much. Thank you so much, everyone in the audience, for joining us. Jason, thank you so much for jumping in with our community. We know you love the RECUR community, but thank you so much for jumping in. Oshiny, thanks for joining. I know we all think and know that NFTs are the future, and that all starts with community. And this is the OG community right here. So thank you, everyone, for hopping in and listening in. We're going to be here all night answering questions, and yeah, make sure you get your RECUR passes. But thanks so much for all being here. Have a great night. We love this community, and we'll see you later.
Woo!
Let's go. See you
Let's get
guys.
We're all
it.
gonna make it.
Let's
Bye.
Get it. We all gonna make it.